we back here with another stream on the Regular Fan Show. Vinny Fredericks, Bruce Juno back at it, breaking down the week, I guess, in sports, as it's been quite a while. Breaking it down.
We're the month.
Breaking down the whole month of May so far in sports. As me and Bruce, I think things happen. We've been busy, but back at it again on this fine Thursday. Bruce, what's up, buddy? How you doing? How you been?
Vinny got married.
Been a while.
So.
I wish.
No,
I do have a bachelor party this weekend for a good friend of mine, but no, not getting married just yet.
Vinny's been a busy bee. Vinny's been driving all over the America.
It's not just me. We both got lives and stuff.
I haven't been doing anything.
Hey, listen. Things happen.
No, I'm just messing around. No, everyone. Obviously, we got stuff going on. It happens. Yeah, we're doing good. We're glad to be back. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
But
definitely happy to be back.
We haven't gone anywhere. Yeah, we haven't gone anywhere. We've had other things in the works as well that we're working on. We're finding out the balance of the two and what we got to balance. But we'll mention that at the end of the podcast.
Plenty of work going in behind the scenes.
Yeah, so it's finding the happy balance with this new thing that we will reveal in a bit.
In due time.
And life and real work.
That sounds like a lot to me.
So it's a lot going on, but you know what? We're making it happen. We're figuring it out.
We're doing what we can.
Yeah. So life sometimes hits
you said,
hits you like a locomotive.
You know what they say? Life is like a box of chocolates.
You don't know what you get for. You don't know.
Whatever. I don't even know what he says.
Get till you got it or something. I don't know. I may have just butchered that.
Jenny.
That just made me think of South Park. Timmy. That's funny. We were. I was at a high school baseball game the other day. This kid named Timmy was pitching. And I was talking to one of the other guys there, and we were both just like, Timmy! Just because of South Park. What a show. What a show.
One of these days, I want to sit down and try and watch pilot to whatever the hell season and episode they're on now.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it would literally take, I don't even know. I'd probably take months of just straight
brain rot, dude. Months of.
I knew a kid that did it in college. I knew a kid that would just sit on the couch.
Where's he now?
All day. He's still alive.
Working at McDonald's. No, there's nothing wrong with working at McDonald's.
Oh yeah, no, there isn't.
Where else am I gonna get my McChicken? It's because of you that I get my McChickens.
That is true. Gotta do what you gotta do to pay the bills.
Exactly. But
I think he did actually get all the way through South Park just sitting on.
Well, we used to have it when we'd play poker or when we'd just be hanging out. And
have it on in the background.
We would just have it on. We'd have that, or we'd have Family Guy on in the background.
Yeah. It's not like he was. Frankie. It was always Frankie.
It was always Frankie. He would turn on either Family Guy or South Park, and we just wouldn't question it, and we would just rip poker or do whatever.
Yeah.
And
it's not like he sat there attentively and watched every single episode of South Park.
No, you just.
I sat in there for some of them, but yeah, you just have it on in the background. You chill, do your thing.
Yeah.
Good times.
Indeed. Those college times. I don't think I've watched an episode of Family Guy or South Park since I've graduated college.
I don't think I'll see clips pop up on TikTok and whatnot here and there, but it's not. Yeah, I got too many other shows I'm trying to watch. I still got to finish Suits. I still got to finish.
Dude, I gotta finish Suits too. Or no, I finished Suits. I want to watch Suits LA.
That got canceled. Did you hear?
I thought they have a season of it.
They have one season, and that's all there's ever gonna be.
Why did it get canceled?
Because it sucked, apparently. I don't know.
Probably, dude. Like you can't just build
It-
off of make it a whole different thing. And
I mean, yeah, spin-offs are hard, but they're possible. Tony's up, baby. What's up, Tony? Bright and early in that West Coast. But he's here. He's popping out in the chat.
but I
yeah.
finished Suits. I guess I'm not gonna watch Suits LA because that just kind of.
what would be
I'm
the
glad
point?
you told me that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just finished season 2 of Reacher.
Oh, I gotta start that. That looks fire.
I don't know if I ever finished The Boys, but
Boys, if you haven't, you gotta. The way they ended the last season was insane.
I might have to go back and like watch that. I always got to. I'm very mad at myself because there were so many shows I've watched in the past like 4 years where I just never finished them, and now I want to finish them, but I don't know where I left off.
Yeah, low key, that happened to me with Manifest.
I don't even know what that is.
It's one where like these people go on a plane and then disappear, and then everyone thinks they're dead, but then all of a sudden the plane returns like 5 years later.
The Malaysian flight?
Kinda, yeah. Like imagine the Malaysian flight, but
it reappears
in 2 days. All of a sudden, all of them appeared, and they were all the same age, like as if nothing happened.
Oh, I've heard of that actually. I've never watched it.
It's a good show. I think I think I got caught up, and then they had to release a new season, and then I just forgot everything that happened and haven't felt like rewatching to figure out what was going on, so I just gave up.
The one I want to try and get back into is Peaky Blinders.
I heard that's good. I never started that.
It's so good, dude, and I'm so mad because I think I stopped at like season like 3 or season 4, or maybe even season 5. But the episodes are so long, so it's like going back and trying to find where I was, and I never finished it. And I'm just so mad because I think I have like a season or so left, and it's just like, where was I? And there's other shows like that too, like The Boys.
Boys good. You watch Invincible? If you haven't watched Invincible, you gotta watch that.
Well, you gotta watch Peaky Blinders. You gotta watch.
I do.
Reacher.
I have a lot of shows I gotta watch. And here I am. I just started the new season of All American on Netflix, and it's.
Oh, dude, yeah, dude. All American. I got through like the first like 3 seasons, 4 seasons, I think it was. The ones that like came out like every like year kind of.
The ones that were actually.
And now they've like banged out like 7, dude. I feel like in the past like.
No, dude, the show used to be about football, and then it completely lost its whole football identity, and now I'm too deep in. Like now I am in season 7. They're all graduated college and whatnot and working real jobs.
No spoilers out here.
Sorry. No spoiler, but they do grow up.
I've seen that part on TikTok, but yeah. But it's becoming a soap opera, dude. It's like
exactly. It's becoming a drama series. And I'm like, I want to see football. I haven't seen an actual football game in that show in forever.
But there's another one. I started it with Anna. It's about the guy who's the cook.
The bear? The bear?
The bear. Yeah, the bear. I started it with Anna, and then
that looks good.
But that just kind of became our show. But we live so far apart that it's like But I want to watch it. It was so good. We also started Yellow Jackets.
I haven't heard of that.
It's about a plane that goes down with a soccer team that's heading to like a championship. And they're like stranded, and that's as far as I got. I literally got like 2 episodes in, and then I think she finished it. But so I might just finish The Bear, honestly. But like that's the thing. It's just like there's so many shows that were so good that I've been like realistically dating back like 10 years at this point. Shameless, like.
I gotta watch too. I keep seeing
clips
pop up.
Yeah,
I have not taken the time to watch it.
And
some shows like that, they're just. It's almost like overwhelming how long they are. That like I don't want to start.
I got 6 seasons in, and there's There's.
I mean, if I can do it with Suits, that's 9 seasons, and honestly, I was grinding through pretty
Yeah,
quickly.
Shameless has
I
11
can do it with
seasons.
Shameless. Oh, 11 seasons, Jesus.
Yeah.
Adolescence. Why do I feel like I've heard of that, Tony? Adolescence. I
Is
feel
that
like
the
I've
one on
definitely.
Apple TV? No, that's
Um,
in.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember. It's on Netflix. Okay. Tori got me into 911.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
dude, I've been
dude,
seeing so
that.
many clips of. I think it's The Rookie. I think that's
Yeah,
what it's
with
called.
Nathan Fillion, bro. Yeah, that looks good
Yeah,
too.
but yeah, dude, I think
Dude,
I'm just
there's
gonna
too
go.
many
But I don't.
shows. There's too many
I
shows,
know.
not
I
enough
don't
time
really
to
watch
watch.
shows. I don't really watch shows anymore. But it's like if I just keep watching new ones, and it's like I gotta just go
Yeah.
back and I gotta finish. Like I want to finish Peaky Blinders so bad, but I don't remember where I left off. And after 5 minutes
Mhm.
of trying to figure it out, I get mad and I just well
Yeah.
I
You
leave.
gotta
Like
just pick a season and just start from there.
yeah, I know, but it sucks.
Like
And I gotta do that with The
whatever season you
Boys.
think
I
you're
gotta
in.
do that with Shameless. There's so many shows. Have
Yeah.
you ever seen I think my favorite movie of all time.
Peaky Blinders on 3 times speed. That's mad funny.
um I don't know why it's just made me think of this. What's it called now? With Leonardo DiCaprio on an island. He's like insane.
Oh my God. I know exactly what movie you're
I keep
talking
thinking Gulliver's
about.
Island, but it's not. It's not.
No, but
It's
it is Shutter Island, is that it?
Shutter Island. Yeah, have you ever seen that?
Bits and pieces. I remember
Oh, dude, you
when I
gotta
was a
sit
kid, my
down and
sister
you
was
have to
watching
watch
that.
it, dude. You have to sit
Yeah.
down. You have
My
to
older
watch it.
sister was watching it one day and I would like come in and out of the living room and yo, low key, Tony's spin. I want to have a movie day today too.
I gotta
But
work,
I remember
but
walking in and out during that movie and just being like, what the hell is going
no,
on here?
exactly. You have to just sit down. You have to watch it. You're not gonna watch. It's not a movie you can like go back and watch because you
No,
know
you
what
gotta
the
just
ending
sit and
is.
watch.
You have
Yeah.
to sit and watch it because it is a complete brain. Screw
Yeah,
it. It's a complete brain fuck,
yeah.
and you like by the time you get to the end, it's just like oh my god. But then you know what happens, so you gotta wait till
Hmm.
you forget exactly how it happens to
Yeah.
go back and watch it
Like
again.
I know the ending because I've seen clips and whatnot, but I still want to watch
But you
and like
don't know
see it
how
all
it
play
works.
out.
Like you don't know
Yeah,
why
yeah,
is that. Like the whole movie, you
exactly.
have to like literally just be into it.
I'm trying.
Because I told Anna to watch it.
There's a
I
lot of
did.
like
Ted
mind
Lasso was
fuck
fire. I
movies like
did.
that. I got to
I
start
have.
Ted Lasso
I
too.
haven't seen the last episode.
Dude,
I have
what?
one episode left that I have not seen, and I
Come on,
watched it like
bro.
4 months ago.
Yeah, no, that's another one that I got to start watching. I do love those mind fuck movies though. Like I gotta watch
Yo, a little
Midsummer and
Twitter repost
Hereditary.
from John
Oh,
Kazubrik.
John, that's my boy John.
Shout out, John.
Yeah, he tunes into the
Yeah,
radio
Ted
station all
Lasso is
the time.
hilarious, but yes.
I
I
like
guess
this.
while on the
We
topic
should
of
just
of
no, we should just
sports,
make this a TV and film podcast.
I know, just throw people off.
I do one of those with a buddy of mine, just like every few weeks for fun, called the Culture Cafe.
Shout out the Culture Cafe.
Yeah, and it's honestly fun, just like shooting the shit about
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
no, it is fun. Like this just made me realize how many shows I have to go
Yeah,
back and.
dude, it's like overwhelming.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna Peaky Blinders. I think Peaky Blinders is what I'm gonna have to do.
I don't know.
Even Yellowstone. I don't know if did you ever watch Yellowstone?
My parents watch it, so I've watched an episode or two
So it
sitting with
literally,
them.
I think there's 5 seasons, and then they like said they came out with a 6th season, and I was waiting for it, but I got told by my boys who also watched it. They just added the episodes to the end of season 5, but I don't remember
So it's
where
like a
I
season
got
5, like
to in
part 2.
season 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an album somebody drops, and then they drop a deluxe. Like it's
Yeah. I think I do remember hearing that for that show.
But yeah, dude.
Man.
So that's what it's Peaky Blinders, The Boys, Yellowstone,
Yeah, the
Ted
boys
Lasso.
definitely need to finish.
Like that's what I'm saying. There's so many, dude. Shameless, like
Honestly,
like season
I think
6.
you've inspired me to like next time I'm bored or like if I'm stoned or something, I don't know, I'll just like go through every show. Go through every app that I have, Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, all that. Every show that I've either started or want to start and just make an ordered list that I can just go
Yeah,
down.
I got a whiteboard right here. I think I'm gonna like go back to the shows I know I haven't finished, find out where
Yeah.
I got to, and then like put like the season,
Mhm.
and
Just so
move
you
from
know
there.
where to just so you know where to start from.
Yeah,
Well, that was fun.
yeah, good times.
I do like starting these podcasts, which is, you know, a little chat.
Banter with a little banter.
Yeah, it's not like we gotta go right into it at 11:01. All right, NBA playoffs.
Yeah, no, dude, we do our thing. If y'all don't like it, you hate us because you ain't us.
Or they just hate us.
That's from what, the interview? They hate us
Is
because
it?
they ain't us. When he interviews
I don't
Kim
even
Jong
remember.
Un.
Oh yeah, probably. Another great movie.
Yeah, dude.
Classic.
Oh, yeah. No, now that got me.
Anyways,
I want to watch. Oh, sorry, that got me thinking of another movie, the Kingsman. The Kingsman.
oh yeah, I remember seeing the first one of
I've
those.
seen
I
clips
didn't
of
watch the
it.
others.
I've seen clips of
No,
it. I
dude,
want to
the
watch
scene
it.
in the first one in the church with Freebird playing, oh my god, it's one of the greatest movie scenes of all time.
I gotta watch it. That's the thing.
If you don't watch the movie, at least look up Kingsman Church Freebird. That's all
All
you
right.
need.
I think I'll watch it, but I gotta.
Yeah, it's
It's
tough too
just too
because, like, I
much on
mean,
my
it's
like.
hard. It's hard carving out a whole 2.5 hours to sit and watch a movie.
Yeah, like I got real world, I got stuff I want to do, and then I got
Yeah,
this, and then I got trying to build up the other thing that we'll reveal to you in a little bit. So it's like,
we don't really have time to live.
I know we should get started. We should get started. We're a third of the way through our show, and we haven't said a thing about sport. We talked about Ted Lasso, but that's about it.
We did. We talked about Ted Lasso. Any other of the not yeah, none of those shows we even mentioned were sports related. All American,
No.
all American
All
used to be
American,
sports
yeah,
adjacent.
yeah, All
We'll
American.
call it sports adjacent because they still talk about football a little bit, and they'll
I
have
wouldn't
like
know. They're still
they'll,
playing football where I ended up.
they'll have like one game every few episodes.
He's a GAU. He's a GAU.
Oh
Spencer's a
yeah,
GAU, and Asher's at Coastal, and JJ's at Coastal.
yeah. They have the beach house.
Jordan's at GAU. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
Oh
is a
yeah.
good show. It is a good show. Anyways, I guess we'll get into the actual sports now that we're kind of talking about it. Where do you want to start here? You want to
I don't
start
care.
NBA? You want to
I'll
start
leave it.
NHL? Because I mean, there's a
I already,
lot going on in the NBA with the
there's a lot
lottery and the
going on in
playoffs.
the NHL
There
too,
is
but I'll
also a
leave
lot
it.
going on in the NHL. I
But
mean,
yeah, we can
I'll
start.
admit. What were you gonna say? Where do you want to start? Because I'm gonna say
No,
I have not been keeping up with hockey. I have not been able to.
and I have not been keeping up with the Kardashians. Ah,
Right?
you went into audio only.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm done. After that,
You didn't even
that
leave.
you just
You didn't
said,
even leave. You just
I'm
went
done.
into audio only.
I was gonna mute myself. Nobody would have known that I was here.
Anyway.
Yeah, you're just in a show mood today.
Yeah, dude. I just no. Let's talk about hockey.
Oh, is there a new
Um,
hockey show coming out?
you know what's a good hockey movie?
Goon?
Yeah.
Or no,
Shorzy is a good show, dude.
Tooth Fairy.
Tooth Fairy. Shout out
Great
Tooth
hockey
Fairy.
movie.
The Rock. All right. A lot has been happening in the world of sports. Welcome to the Regular Fan Show. I'm Bruce Judo. This is Vinny Fredericks. And yeah, NHL playoffs, the Stanley Cup playoffs, the race for the cup.
Heat
We're
up.
in the second round. I don't even. You know what? We're just gonna go off of. I don't remember when we last did a show because
I think it was last Tuesday or something.
it's been a
It's
long
been a
time.
while. It's been a while.
But yeah. So currently, we'll go through. Who's where, what's who, how's who, what's what, and Edmonton. They just knocked out Vegas last night. I guess never mind. We're not gonna go through who's where because we're starting with Edmonton. They knocked out the Vegas Golden Knights last night in a crazy game where Stuart Skinner and Aiden Hill just had a performance between the pipes. Overtime, went to overtime 0-0.
That's insane.
Yeah. Went to overtime, tied 0-0, and
wasn't Vegas a 1 seed too?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
With the Oilers, bro. The Oilers deserve a cup. McDavid and Draisaitl
Dude,
deserve
I
a cup.
Every time I see that clip of McDavid after they went down 3-0 to Florida last cup, and just how pissed he was in the locker room trying to get everybody going.
Oh yeah, he was riled, dude.
That makes me want to run through a wall or skate through a wall, I guess.
Yeah. It's Edmonton.
I would love to see Edmonton get one.
Edmonton deserves a cup. I'm on the Edmonton train right now. I like watching Dallas, but we're talking about Edmonton right now. They go to overtime, and the man who made his debut in this series, Kasperi Kapanen, with a little tip in, Aiden Hill's caught in the scrum in front of the net. Aiden Hill falls over. He can't keep his foot out. Kasperi Kapanen goes 1, misses, 2, misses, and then he's able to give it a little tip, and that puck slides into the back of the cage.
Pause.
And the Edmonton Oilers, they knock off the Vegas Golden Knights. I always knew it would be Edmonton.
Yeah, I feel like you weren't that high on Vegas from the jump.
No, I thought, dude. I was also very high on the Wild because I thought the Wild could do more damage. But
yeah,
but
they were a good story.
Yeah, a good storyline. Same with the Blues, RIP. But yeah. So Oilers advancing to the Western Conference Finals. They will face off against either the Dallas Stars or the Winnipeg Jets, where, holy moly, all the Dallas Stars got to do is pick one guy, let him score a hat trick, they'll win a game. Because Mikko ran in game 1, scores a hat trick, they win. I think it was Mikael Granlund who scored a hat trick in game 4. Yeah, Mikael Granlund scored a hat trick in game 4. I don't know why.
Wait, so is that Rantanen's second hat trick of the playoffs? Because I know he had one in game 7 again.
Rantanen back-to-back hat tricks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, to knock out Colorado and then first game against Winnipeg. But the one against Winnipeg was a natural hat trick. The one against Colorado was not a natural hat trick.
Wow.
Because he got an empty netter. So, but yeah, it's gonna pick a guy, be like, tonight you're scoring 3, and they win the game. But yeah, so Edmonton will face either Dallas or Winnipeg with the Jets on the ropes. They play tonight, and it'll see if the Stars can close out that series in a Winnipeg whiteout. We'll see how the Winnipeg whiteout holds up.
I like a good whiteout game.
Yeah, they've been doing it for every game in their every home game.
I just love when fans actually wear, I don't know if hockey they give out shirts and whatnot too, but when NBA playoffs are going on and they actually wear the shirts that come with the seats, it just makes it 10 times better.
See, in Washington, when I went to the Canadiens' first playoff game that they lost, they gave us rally towels.
Even still, people actually using the stuff.
It was really funny. First game, this is a little throwback. I don't know if I already brought this up at some point, but the first game of the series with the Blues, the Winnipeg series with the Blues, there was just some random geezer in the front row wearing a bright orange Flyers jersey in the middle of a whiteout.
That's actually hilarious.
So, yeah.
Maybe he wanted to stand out.
Oh, 100%. He was doing it because it was funny. But yeah, so
And by
Dallas
the
Stars.
Flyers.
Yeah, I know. Dallas Stars. Connor Hallebuck might win the Vezina, or he's definitely winning one, but might get knocked out. That doesn't help you when it comes to the Stanley Cup playoffs. That only helps you in the regular season. Well, it doesn't help you, but it's like an achievement of the regular season. But the Stars might close it out tonight on the road in Winnipeg.
That'd be crazy. President's Trophy winners out in the second round. When did the Rangers lose last year? Did the Rangers make it to the second round?
First round.
Wow, it was only first round.
That's the curse, brother. It's the curse.
I know. It is. It really is.
In the East, the laughing stocks of the NHL. I tell you what, the Toronto Maple Leafs are a joke. They are a joke. Hooey! Florida Panthers, you have a cakewalk into the Eastern Conference Finals. Holy macaroni. Maple Leafs go up 2-0 at home.
Toronto's only got to win 2 more.
Not at home, but doesn't matter. They look, bruh.
They look, bruh.
Yeah, no, dude. Dude, Bob and that dude, Sergei Bobrovsky, buddies, he shut him out 2 games ago. And then last game, he held a shutout to the final minute. But he didn't let in a goal for like 134 minutes, something like that.
I can see the smoke coming out of your ears as you're doing math in your head.
Yeah, dude, math ain't mathin'. But it was, dude, Bob and that, and the brother, you're gonna let the Panthers just score 6 while you're on home ice. You're gonna let the Panthers
That's embarrassing.
Score 6.
That is so embarrassing, and it's not even like
Toronto.
It's not even like any Florida fans are traveling to Toronto for this game. They're not making it out there.
I know. At Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, you let 6 into the back of the net. I mean,
just terrible.
I can hear Leafs fans. I can hear them. The little murmurings. They're like, oh, but we lost our starting goalie. We lost Stolarz. Stolarz got hurt. Shut up. You guys suck. You're the laughing stocks of the NHL, and you have been every year. Just allow it, dude. You're not going anywhere. You're not making it. You guys were lucky to get out of the first round.
A 1 seed he's talking about, by the way.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. They've been a 1 seed in the past. Dude, they got scored on last night. Aaron Ekblad, he scored his 2nd goal of the playoffs against them. Dmitry Kulikov scored his 1st goal of the playoffs against them. Jesper Boqvist scored his 1st goal of the playoffs against him. Nico Mikkola scored his 1st goal of the playoffs against him. AJ Greer scored his 1st goal of the playoffs against them.
Good points.
Brother,
Tony with a good point as well.
They are a joke. They are a joke.
Sometimes 1 seeds just aren't what they're made up to be. As we'll dive into that a little bit too later on.
Yeah, I hope Biz from why am I blanking on what he's from? Spittin' Chicklets. I hope Biz from Spittin' Chicklets sees this, because brother, your team is donkey.
We might have to post this one. Clip this, call him out on his team. See if we can get a response. Maybe we can get him on the pod. You guys can go at it.
Yeah, no, dude. No, he's just gonna be like, we lost Stolarz. What, dude? You can't risk. Huh? The Celtics aren't complaining about losing Tatum.
No. They actually
figure it out, guy. Figure it out.
Yeah,
you had to put who was that? Who was their backup that came in yesterday? You had to put, what was his face? You had to put, where is he?
They started
Wall in net, but then they had to put in Matt Murray. You had to put Matt Murray in that. Jeez. What?
Hey, man. It's like you said, frauds.
Dude, they are. Tell me
Absolute
about
frauds.
it, dude. Tell me about it. Jeez. If you've been the laughing stock of the league and they were like, this is our year. Yeah, okay. I'll believe it when I see it. And we move on to the final series of the NHL playoffs. Who will be playing the Florida Panthers as they're about to mop the Toronto Maple Leafs in the next game? The Carolina Hurricanes and the Washington Capitals. Oh, how I am loving Carolina right now. Washington knocks out Montreal. Doesn't matter because the Canes got our back. 3-1 Canes. They're heading back to Washington to play in Game 5. That is tonight on TNT, True TV, or Max.
How has Ovi been doing in this run?
He's been doing. He scored last game. He scored a power play goal last game.
Okay.
But it did not matter. Did not matter. Because the Canes won.
Yeah.
5-2 Canes. Yeah, I mean, they just look good, dude. They just look real good. And you can't blame the Caps because the Canes are just like, they're on demon time right now. You got everybody's like contributing. Gosh Despair scored. Seth Jarvis scored. Obviously, he's more of a top of the end lineup guy. Taylor Hall scored. Shout out Taylor Hall. Sean Walker, where you coming from? Doesn't matter. Put the puck in the net. And then Andrei Svechnikov, he had the empty netter. To go up with Jakob Chychrun scored for Caps and Ovi with the power play goal, but 5-2.
Yeah.
Tell you what, they're going back to Capital One Arena with we need a win mentality, which is crazy. Logan Thompson has not been doing diddly.
They are down 3-1. They do need a win.
Yeah, but
it is win or go home.
Logan Thompson looked like prime Patrick Waugh when they played against the Canadiens. And against the Canes, he looks like prime, I don't know, a bad goalie. Yeah, he looks like you. He looks like you between the pipes. But, yeah.
I think I'd be a good goalie. Once I learned how to skate, I think I'd be a pretty solid goalie.
Yeah, maybe. Freddie Anderson's been looking great. He's been looking great for the Canes. But, yeah, no, Logan Thompson. What happened?
What happened?
Yeah. So, yeah, tonight, 2 games tonight. Dallas, Winnipeg, Carolina, Washington as the Stanley Cup playoff.
We might have to reach back out to Frankie. Get Frankie on once we get these conference final matchups set.
I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think.
His predictions are looking like.
Only injuries really affecting teams. I think it's just the one. Let me double check.
Yeah, just Maple Leafs.
Yeah, but God forbid, they lose one player. And, oh my God!
I feel like a goalie is a pretty important player to lose. Though.
Oh my God! We lost.
Is the goalie not the most important dude on the ice? I mean, I don't know how good their starting goalie was.
They're not scoring either.
Okay, yeah, that's a whole other issue.
But yeah. So
NHL playoffs is heating up.
Yeah, they've scored 1 goal in 2 games.
Oh yeah, well,
and it came with a minute left in last game. So
not a winning recipe.
We don't have Stolars. We would mop through the Stanley Cup playoffs if we had Stolars. Shut up.
Oh man.
Toronto. What a joke. All right.
A great breakdown from you, Bruce.
Thank you.
Absolutely
Thank
great
you.
breakdown.
Thank you. Did you have any input before we
Well,
do you have
I
any
wouldn't say I
opinions on
did.
Anthony Stolarz?
No, not on Anthony Stolarz, but I am exhausted right now. I feel like I need like an energy boost. Oh, is that Dubby Energy? I forgot all about that stuff. If you go on to
Bro, that was the
Dubby.gg.
cringiest thing I have seen.
No, I was holding back yawns in
Oh,
first
I
got
thought,
there, and
dude,
I
it
was
looked like you were about to sneeze.
no, dude, I was holding back yawns, so I was like low key when we start talking about that Dubby. Let me bust out a yawn because I'm tired. I need that energy. Anyways, back to the ad. If you're whether you need it for the gym, for gaming late at night, you got a big game coming up. If you're at the gym, long game or long day at work, whatever the case may be, if you need that energy boost to just get you through your day, hit up W.gg, W Energy Powder. None of that artificial crap. It's only, caffeine from fruit extract, coffee bean extract, that kind of stuff. They got a whole bunch of different flavors, hardly any sugars in there, all sorts of little like sampler packs, different,
Oh, the
shaker
mystery
bottles.
flavor is all sold out.
Wow. All right.
It
So
is
mystery
gone
flavor sold
forever.
out right now, but
And I
there
have
will
some
be another.
insider intel on what the flavor was.
Do you?
Yes, it was cherry lollipop.
Oh,
Yep. It is
that
no,
makes
you'll
sense.
never be able to taste the cherry lollipop ever again, though. This is probably the last tub in existence of cherry lollipop. I'll
That
sell
thing
it
might that thing
for
might
four
go
hundred
for a pretty
dollars.
penny on eBay.
Any offers? DM us.
But anyways, go to w.gg and use that code RFS at checkout. Save yourself 10% on all your energy powder needs. And yeah, let them know that you heard about it here on the regular fan show with Vinny and Bruce. I feel like that was a good I thought the yawn thing was funny. I thought that was
It was good. It was good. See, but I thought you had to sneeze. You made like a face like you were about to sneeze.
I don't know. I am fighting this cold too, so I probably do
Yeah,
have to
I'm
sneeze at the
fighting
same
this.
time.
Whatever the heck is going on.
Yeah.
Throat.
My nose like started running as soon
Pause.
as we started. God damn it. My nose wasn't stuffed up until we started this stream, I swear. I don't know what's going
I
on.
thought I had.
Anyways,
I have a lot of random water bottles just laying on my
oh dude,
floor.
I do that all the time.
And I
Right now
thought
I'm actually decently clean right now in here when it comes to water bottles. I only got 2 empty ones and this one that I'm about to finish
See,
right
I
now.
thought I had one that might have some liquid left in it, but I just have 9 that are all empty.
Yeah, that's the worst part. Looking around and or honestly, I almost get more annoyed when I'll like leave one for a couple of days and not realize it's half drank and then go get more. So then I just got 3 or 4 half drinking water bottles just sitting in here.
Yeah. So, yeah, I feel that. But we'll
Anyways,
make a swing over to. I just want. Can I do this? Hold on. No. Okay. I was gonna see if I could
are you trying to
fit under
swing?
this.
As we swing.
No. As we swing, our where are we going with this? I'm lost. NBA, Vinny, go.
All right. So the NBA playoffs, of course, as we all know, we're into the second round. A couple teams already made their conference finals. So we'll start out in the West. Thunder, Nuggets, great series so far. Thunder, when do they play? They play tonight, actually, this Thursday night. OKC with an opportunity to eliminate the Nuggets, who, if you ask me, man, the Nuggets are just blowing this series left and right. There's at least the last 2 games. Denver had OKC on the ropes. Telling you, they had OKC on the ropes, and they let the game slip away. And the only reason that they got one of their wins in the first place was because the Thunder in game 1, the foul I don't know what you want to call it, the foul ideology that the Thunder had late in that game to play the free throw game and not just try to get a stop against the Nuggets.
Yeah.
I mean, you're putting your players in a position where they need to make free throws, or you're gonna be, you're basically giving the Nuggets a chance to take the lead. That's exactly what happens. Chet misses a couple free throws. Aaron Gordon hits a game-winning three. Who Aaron Gordon, I don't know when he became Steph Curry, but the dude doesn't want to miss this series. He's single-handedly keeping the Nuggets in there. But the Nuggets these last couple games had OKC on the ropes, had just, horrible late game execution with their offense. And now the Thunder one game away from going to the Western Conference Finals. So the Nuggets kind of beating themselves this series, but the Thunder are also really good. We knew this.
Yeah. Yes.
Hopefully Shea shows up a little bit more in the next series, because not that he's been playing bad.
Shy?
I don't know. I see, for me, if I'm saying the full name, I say Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah.
But I always hear people just call him Shea. So I really have no clue. I mean, he's been doing his thing, he's with his consistent 30 balls here and there. But with the way that the Minnesota Timberwolves have been playing, because they just booked their ticket to the conference finals after defeating Steph Curry. Well, I guess not even Steph Curry, defeating Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green. Yeah. The Steph Curry-less Golden State Warriors, they fell last night to the Timberwolves. Excuse me. And Anthony Edwards goes to his second straight conference finals, which, I mean, that's something to talk about. I don't think nobody had them going to the conference finals last year. And then they shock everyone, beat the Nuggets. And I mean, honestly, I'm still surprised they lost to the Mavericks last year too. Then this year,
before playoffs, dude, I was like, I like the Timberwolves. Timberwolves are gonna make a run.
You did, and we're seeing that the Karl Anthony Towns trade is working out pretty nicely, because Julius Randle has been hooping, dude. Julius Randle has been shutting down all the playoff choker talk, all the whatever you want to call it, all the I don't know, the discourse that he just can't play in the playoffs, but he's been hooping. He had a shot yesterday late in the shot clock from halfway between the 3-point line and the half court logo, drains it at the end of the shot clock, and the camera just pans to Steph Curry on the bench, just couldn't believe his eyes. That Julius Randle, of all people.
Shout out,
Julius Randle.
Shout out.
Mean, honestly, this might be, I'm trying to think back, this might be the first trade that I can think of in a long time in which both teams actually benefited and both might go to the finals. Because I can't think of another time that two teams swapped. I mean, you're swapping your number 2 player in that trade, and it worked out in both sides, which nobody thought it was going to work out for the Timberwolves. Everyone thought Julius Randle was not enough for Cat. He's shutting up all the doubters with his playoff performance so far. So shout out Julius Randle, and shout out the Indiana Pacers.
Literally,
who just absolutely embarrassed the 64-win number 1 seed Cleveland Cavaliers with one of the best offenses in the league. I think they had one of the best offenses in league history. Top 10 defense. And the Indiana Pacers made them look like a bunch of fools, if you will.
A lot of injuries, though. A lot of injuries.
I mean, yeah. They did miss Mobley. They were missing Mobley, DeAndre Hunter, and someone else in one of those games.
Was it?
I think it was game 2 that they
Darius
didn't play.
Garland.
Yeah, Darius Garland didn't play game. I think Darius Garland might have missed game 1 as well.
He missed a couple. They all three of them missed a couple.
Yeah, Darius Garland missed games 1 and 2. So yes, say what you will. But I mean, once the Cavs got healthy, it didn't really make a difference. They were already kind of down and on their last breath, but they were fully healthy in that game 5, or at least had everybody playing. And still, the Pacers, Halliburton with 31 points, absolutely been cooking so far. And
they're returning to the Eastern Conference Final, right?
yeah, they went to the conference finals last year.
So we got two teams.
So now back to back.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is that Halliburton, I mean, I guess you say Halliburton and Anthony Edwards now, but mostly Halliburton because everybody voted him the most overrated in the NBA this year.
Yeah, I remember that.
And now he's already in his second conference finals. So they've been to more conference finals than Joel Embiid. And they've been to more conference finals than the LA Clippers organization. Just let that sink in.
LA Clippers have never went to a conference final.
They've been to one conference final. I don't even know when it was because it wasn't Lob City. I don't think it was then. It might have been. You know what? Let me see. Clippers conference finals appearance. When was it? They've been to the conference finals. Oh, I'm tripping. 2021, Kawhi and Paul George.
Oh, yeah.
When they lost to
that's why it makes
Phoenix.
thinking about the teams of like recent years. That's why I'm like, how?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Kawhi and Paul George were never really healthy together. Just didn't work out. But yeah, I forgot that that was the year they lost to Phoenix. Then Phoenix lost to the Bucks in the playoffs. Speaking of the Bucks, Giannis, buddy. Man, I can't wait to see what happens with Giannis. I mean, people are talking about he might go to the Rockets. He might get traded to the Spurs. Could you imagine trying to score on a power forward center duo of Giannis Antetokounmpo and Victor Wembanyama? Like, that team's going to average 20 blocks a game. That's some 2K shit. Excuse my French, but that's literally some shit that you would do in 2K. Just to see what happens. I'm getting
Speaking of blocks. Speaking of Block City.
What?
How about Luke Cornett?
Yeah, well, the Celtics too. Wishing for a speedy recovery for Jason Tatum. I'm sorry, Bruce. I know it's never good to see.
It ain't over till
injuries.
it's over.
I mean, yeah, that is true. The Celtics, they lose Tatum in game 5. Ruptured Achilles, probably going to miss most of next year too. So speedy recovery to Tatum. I wanted the Celtics to lose. Did not want it to happen like this. Just absolutely brutal. And it really changed the whole landscape of the NBA when that happened. Because all of a sudden, the Eastern Conference is wide open for everybody to go out. Giannis might be gone. Tatum's out next year. Cavs, they might blow it up after the way that they got embarrassed this year. A lot is going to change. But besides the point, the Celtics, huge game 5. I'm tripping. It was game 4 that he got hurt. Huge game 5 win for the Boston Celtics. Keep their season alive without Tatum. Jaylen Brown had a solid game. Derek White always starts like 4 for 4 or 5 for 5 from deep every single game, I swear. I don't know what it is. The dude just doesn't miss in the first quarter. And then he just continues to have a pretty solid game after that. And he ends up with like 30 plus points every single time. So Derek White leading the way. Kristaps Porzingis.
I was just about to get into that.
Dude's been struggling.
Dude, honestly, because I know at MSG, Boston needs to get going quick, like early on. And I feel like as much as I like KP, like I think he's a great player, whatever, he's been dealing with that illness.
Yeah, and I saw he was like struggling to breathe last night. Game 5.
So with the way Cornett played, I feel like you might as well just start Cornett. Like, what do you have to lose?
Well, I guess my thought on that is you can start KP and still give Cornett the minutes. Like in last night's game, KP started and only got 12 minutes in that one because obviously, he couldn't breathe.
Yeah, the game before
Cornette still got 26 minutes off the bench.
the game before he started, he got 13 minutes, didn't score.
Yeah.
Last game didn't.
So
He didn't
I
score.
feel like, especially in yesterday's game, Boston started hot. Knicks went on a crazy run. And then once the Knicks were up, like, I don't know, 8-10 or something, and they made that switch to Cornette and subbed out KP, all of a sudden everything changed. So I almost feel like
Cornette
you
almost
can
had a
live.
triple-double with blocks.
Yeah, that's insane. Like, you can live with still starting Porzingis, I think, and give him a shot. Maybe he hits his first couple threes and he starts feeling himself. You never know.
But
Then you have a
so
different
off.
conversation. I know, but the only way to get out of that funk is to keep on shooting. Shoot or shoot.
But you can't.
That's just how it is.
Really...
But you can still bring in Cornette off the bench to have a spark. Like when you need a run, they needed a run in the first quarter of Game 5. They brought Cornette in for KP, and next thing you know, Boston goes on an 8-9-0 run.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if you start Cornette, you're kind of showing all your cards at the beginning, and you don't have, besides like Peyton Pritchard, you don't really have anybody off the bench to make a spark.
I mean, they were playing like the Knicks were playing in the last game. Like it's like they know what Cornette did to them. I don't know. I just feel like you can't. Like, do you risk it because you can't lose another game?
That is true. Well, I definitely think you give Porzingis
like either way, it's a risk.
Very short leash.
Either way, it's a risk.
Yeah, I would give Porzingis like 5 minutes out there to start. If he's huffing and puffing after 5 minutes, take him out, get Cornette in there as soon as you can. If Kristaps
scored in 2 games and he's looked dead.
Yeah. If Kristaps can somehow hit a couple threes early on, then all right, maybe you let him rock a little bit. But, when you're winded, those deep threes that he likes to pull, they get 10 times harder. Yeah. He's going to keep on coming up short. So, yeah, I would give Porzingis the start, see how the first 5 minutes go, and then from there, you run Cornette. But, I mean, who else do you really have? If Cornette's going to log most of your center minutes, I mean, I'm looking at the box score here. Who else do you really have that can go in and play center besides Al Horford, who's already starting anyway?
Yeah, well, I mean,
so
it's
I'm
all
not
about
really
the
sure.
rotation. You put in a smaller rotation like for a couple minutes. Like
yeah, like they realistically could start Pritchard.
I was about to say, yeah, as long as you leave, I feel like you have to leave one of either KP, Luke Cornette, or Al Horford on the floor at all times. One of them has to be on the floor, which I think it's not that hard. Like even with KP, if he goes out, you just rotate Al and Luke.
Mm-hmm. But then the problem becomes, who do you have in as your 4-man? Because after I mentioned Peyton Pritchard, I realized, well, all right, Derek White and Drew Holiday, they got to be your 1 and 2. They can't really play. Derek White maybe could play the 3, but now you're asking Jaylen Brown to play the 4. At how tall is Jaylen Brown? Like 6'6"? How tall is he? At 6'6". Yeah. You're asking for a 6'6" guy and Jaylen Brown to play power forward. And that, especially if the Knicks see that, all they got to do is run Mitch and Cat at the same time. And that gets blown up real quick. So I don't know. It's a tough. It's already as hard as it can be without Tatum, because Tatum would have been your 4. Boom, problem solved. But without Tatum and Kristaps struggling, I don't really know. They figured it out last game, but to figure it out 2 more games in a row,
even tough, like just working them around, because obviously, like what they ran, they just had one guy in. Like they didn't have a true 4. Like, because I mean, you wrote.
Sam Hauser could.
I was about to say
on the floor.
Yeah,
having him back is big.
At the same time, Sam Hauser's not a 4.
Yeah, he's just tall. He's 6'7".
Yeah, so I mean, it's yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know, but I mean, despite
It's all
all
about
of
the
that,
rotation because, like, obviously Al's old. He'll like he's not gonna be able to play a whole game. But
yeah,
like Luke had a game last night. If you rotate Luke and Al, and then you bring in Hauser at points, and then you just move guys, or you even like move JB for like a couple reps.
hmm
I don't know.
like they might have to try a small ball lineup. And the thing with the Celtics is they love to shoot threes, so a small ball lineup might actually benefit them in that aspect. But if for whatever reason the threes aren't falling, you kind of shy yourself into a hole. So we'll see. Friday night, Game 6, Knicks Celtics at MSG. We'll see what happens. I will say, don't count the Celtics out just yet. I mean, Missoula's a great coach. They looked really good in Game 5. So we'll see what happens. But one last thing, Bruce, before we sign off, because I know we got some things to get to. Did you see who happened to win the draft lottery in the NBA?
The Mavs. No. Yes, the
Oh
Mavs.
yeah. It was the Mavs. How the hell does that happen?
Just so they can toss it
How
away.
how the hell does a team trade away Luka Doncic and then get rewarded with the number 1 pick? You cannot tell me that something sneaky isn't going on here. I'm not going to go out and say that this thing was rigged. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't say for sure. But come on. How many times have we seen a team trade away one of their best players and then end up with the number 1 overall pick? The Pelicans traded away Anthony Davis to the Lakers, get the number 1 pick for Zion. Luka to the Lakers, gets Cooper Flag. There was one more. I know there was one more instance where this happened, and it's escaping me right now. But like, it's something is fishy here. Something is fishy. Even NBA players are pretty much laughing at this now.
Yeah.
But it certainly does make for an interesting draft. And the fact that the Spurs and the 76ers are 2-3. I mean, you gotta feel bad for. I feel so sorry for Wizards, Hornets, Jazz fans, all having the best odds of the number 1 pick, and all of them fell. Oh man, yeah, just crazy stuff from the draft lottery. Just had to touch on that, but
Yeah, no, I'm never. It is wild. I have heard a lot of rumblings about it.
yeah, but we'll see what happens. That's about all there really is to talk about today, except one quick announcement before we sign off that we've been working on behind the scenes.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do it. I can do it. Yes. So we are working with others on a bigger tree trunk of sports media with many other creators. We've got Oksano, we've got Jimmy Nolan / James Nolan, and we got
Vinny
Vin
Lou.
Lee at Vinny Lou. So check out the Locker Room. There will be a more consistent username to come for all socials.
Yeah, but take a look out on our socials. We'll be reposting the Locker Room stuff until we get a consistent username on all the accounts. But yeah, kind of just the just big
guys
thing.
Being dudes.
Yeah. But like you said, Bruce, the big tree trunk, and then the regular fan show is a branch. The things that those guys do, their streams and content, other branches, all coming together under one umbrella, being the Locker Room. So excited to share that with you guys.
Yeah, but I think that'll do it for the regular fan show. For Vinny Fredericks, Bruce Juno, we'll sign out. See y'all.
Peace.